What are some of the challenges in raising that 6% number?
There are several. A number of them do have to do with pipeline. We have to acknowledge the fact that depending on the field, the pipeline, the number of PhDs and postdocs that are coming out is going to vary, and it can be very small. That said, it means that we have to do the work to generate the pipeline. We can't simply sit back and complain and not do anything to change it. So one of the things we're asking our faculty to do is on a departmental level, we want each department to have a program that addresses undergraduate numbers and graduate numbers in their educational program, that finds ways to recruit and bring students to campus and to increase the numbers of minority students in their graduate program so that we can begin to develop a larger number of students that are now able to, across the country, apply to our universities. And of course, this also requires partnership and a good deal of cooperation between schools. Another barrier, however, is one that I think we carry ourselves, which is hidden bias. There's actually an issue with the fact that when we tend to hire people, especially when we have a case where we're hiring one person out of a set, there's a strong tendency for a faculty to hire people very much like themselves. We may not be aware of it, it's subconscious, and it's something that everybody has. So one of the things we're trying to do is train our faculty on what hidden bias is and help them become aware of when situations occur in which hidden bias may play a role. In doing that, I think it makes it possible to look more objectively at all candidates. And it helps our faculty assess more equally the candidates who are available.
Recruiting and retaining junior faculty is a challenge.
That's one of the big things. Another important finding in our study, perhaps one of the biggest ones, which is that once we do the work of recruiting a minority faculty in, we look at the survival probability of our minority groups, and it's incredibly different. We find that we lose 45% of our minority faculty at the first tenure process, at associate without tenure, which at MIT isn't even the tenure promotion, it's the promotion that comes just before, between years 4 and 5. And this is so significantly different from the 75% that make it through the associate without tenure in the general faculty group. So what we're finding is that we have this huge leak, and this leak is occurring in the first 4 to 5 years. We also find that there's a difference in the level of mentoring and the degree of mentoring that minority faculty are reporting. So we think that a way of addressing that is actually implementing a universal mentoring policy for all of our junior faculty that will ensure that everyone has access to the input that they need during those first years.
And what, not being a junior faculty, what are the challenges that a mentor helps with?
Absolutely. Very important are the kinds of things that the junior faculty needs to be doing to get their lab started. Ensuring that the junior faculty member has the lab space, that they're able to recruit the students that they need. All of those things, these really basic essentials seem to be obvious, but don't happen at the same rate for all faculty members. The fact that the junior faculty member needs to be putting out proposals and that they need to be targeted at specific organizations. For example, in some departments, getting the first National Science Foundation proposal is incredibly important. In others, getting that National Institute of Health proposal is something that is really significant with regard to how well someone's regarded during a promotion case. So having this basic information about proposal writing. Then there's sort of the exposure level. Making sure that faculty know where they should be giving talks and when is a good time for them to give talks. Before going out to give a talk at an important place, before you've gotten significant data, can be something that leaves an unfavorable impression, and that can really do damage. On the other hand, knowing when you're ready and spending your time at places where there are potential letter writers could be very important to one's career. So mentors during the process can help the junior faculty member talk about these things, assess these things, and determine specific kinds of directions that they should go in with regard to exposure, with regard to paper writing, and all of the other things that come into play, teaching all of these issues.
And so a mentor is not, it's more of an advocate, it's not someone telling you what to do. It's
Exactly. It's definitely not someone who says, you shouldn't be studying this, you should really be studying that. That eliminates the freedom that this person has to choose their own academic path. Rather, the mentor is to look at the academic path that this person has chosen and think about what this person should be doing to become more visible given the path that they've chosen, who they should be talking to, who would be the excellent peer assessors for this person, and this sort of thing. So it's really important to understand where that faculty is trying to go and to work with them to help leverage them closer to the goal. On top of that, the mentor shouldn't be someone who considers themselves primarily an evaluator of the faculty member. It's important that that faculty member feel that they are free to share the ups and the downs of what's going on so that they can be addressed by the mentor. So in that case, we think it's important that the primary role be emphasized for the mentor as someone who is there to inform the mentee and find ways to help facilitate that person's progress toward tenure.